Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Denver and Rio Grande Western Iron Horse Route. This is Brian. Just came off the premiere, the part 2 of the Lay-In Atlas Code 80 Flex and Snap West Products Code Cork Road Bed. Just redid all this. Check the premiere that just went off for more details on that. Today, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be, well, I say today. For Saturday's upload, I want to have this completed. Actually, I want to have this completed quicker than that because trains aren't running. What's up, Steve? Steve is just joining us for our first live stream. His first time as a live stream because he's been in Oregon. And Steve, we will have probably, if the past days dictate anything, we will have a rather large crowd of 4 or 5 people today with us, and they're good people. Dave BNSF's been coming in a lot. Heavy J's been watching in. John Schoolkill from Schoolkill Valley has been in. I hope I'm not going to forget anybody. I am forgetting people. There's PBR has been stopping in. Bill's been stopping in. Golly, don't let me forget anybody. Anyway, yeah, I had to do that before anybody else jumped in here. You get the early bird blue wrench, and since you're the first bird blue wrench getter, you just get to keep it from now on. That's just like a rule I just put into place. Actually, I talked to Claude about that too. When you were in Oregon, there were some, on another show that we watched, there were some threats of some hullabaloo, and so particularly on the live ones where I'm not watching the chat a lot, I want to have somebody on there if possible. The other ones aren't a big deal. And you never feel like you have to be here or stay. I know you have stuff to do. It's really, I just wanted to do that for you. You more than deserve it. I would imagine your train mountain video, Steve, is gonna roll out. I bet that thing I bet you get a bunch of views on that. I bet you do. How much would I have to pay you to plug my channel like 9 times with cards in there? I'm playing. But anyway, hey, there is Dave. Dave, I don't know how well you know Steve, but y'all are both real cool. And my experience with that is typically real cool people that get along as well. So my phone just went off, which is about, all right. So, I almost forgot. Golly. I was so excited Steve's here that I didn't show y'all anything that I needed to show you yet. I've got some updates, some stuff to go on. I've got something that I'm probably more excited than I should be about. Let's see what's up. Y'all check this out. Can y'all see that? I bet it's hard there, huh? Hey, BJ, what's up? So look, y'all, can you see this? That's going to give an awesome view, even video, because the way this hanging down, I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm going to try to, oh, it's not going to let me do it. I didn't start it right, so I could pan and stuff. Shoot, I could normally zoom. I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see this little dealie hanging down? It's this little clip that I made. I actually made it to hold my Ron's Trains and Things car. when I was weathering for the first time. But it has proven to be cool. Like I use it for all kind of stuff. But anyway, like my iPhone's hanging right here now, and that's gonna give a great shot through here. And then when I've got that one going and that one going, I'm doing like shots of trains running and stuff. That's gonna be awesome. I think I'm excited about that. Um, I've got a setup too up here where I can do it a little higher, and I basically put this here to hold the new Logitech. But um, yeah, now your 35,000 views is it a similar video? I know I've seen it, but I remember I've seen so many of your the larger train. What's that? You said 1 inch scale? The one you and your buddy built that you were riding on at Train Mountain. What scale is that? Inch and a half scale. All right, so explain that. What does inch and a half mean? Like N is for 9 millimeters, right? So what is inch and a half for? I mean, because what's an inch and a half? Is what I'm asking, I guess. Oh, I got you. Okay. So it's like 1/9, technically. 1/8. 1/8 scale. I'm trying to do math in my head. That's dangerous. Oh Lord, I was off. So I'd missed an entire year. Okay, that's awesome though. That's really cool. Now, Steve, have you considered the fact that your 1/116 is your N is 10% of your 1/116? You ever thought about that? That could save you on some conversion. You either, if you're going from yours to the big one, oh yeah, I figured you figured that out. Yeah, boy. Dave, I don't know if you've had a chance, but you should go check that Train Mountain video out when you can. It's really cool. It is. So, Steve, go ahead and I asked that question about the switches. Tell me about that. How do those switches get manipulated? Dave, I forgot to send you my address through that email. I started laying this cork and everything, and then once I laid the cork, man, I came in here and got it pretty straight. Eh, it's as straight as it's going to be till I totally redo the whole thing. But it's so much straighter than it was before. Yeah, but I apologize, Dave. I forgot. I straight up forgot, and the reason why I forgot is because I was knee deep in this and shooting the video and then editing the video. Like I was saying, see, this morning my daughter was supposed to be here. She ended up leaving a little earlier than we thought she was going to, and so I didn't think I was going to be able to go live at all. So I worked real hard to get that video done. I obviously wanted to get this done anyway, this part, but the actual video and the editing and the upload, I wanted real hard to get that done because I thought all I would be doing today would be the premiere, because I probably would never go live with her here. Um, that's just not something I would want to do. So, um, but yeah, uh, hey, buddy, Dave, um, I'm gonna put my email there for future reference, and that's also if you'll send me an email too, I certainly wouldn't forget. You're doing me a favor, I won't forget, but I wanted you to have my email anyway. So, um, and you know what we really should do here? It ain't no secret. Dave knows a whole lot more than me about certainly couplers and some history and that kind of thing. Dave, what do you know about using graphite on your rails in a very light capacity? And I'm not talking about powdered graphite, I'm talking about the hard, like a 2B or 4B graphite pencil from Michaels, using it extremely lightly and letting the wheels kind of distribute it, using so little that it does not become a lubricant at all. And so that's how light I'm talking about. Do you have any experience with that? Have you heard anything about that? All right, Steve. Yeah, Steve Arnold and I've had real good luck with it, and I hesitate to say too much about it. Shannon Tapia had a problem with it, but that was with the powdered graphite. Somebody tried to use the powdered graphite on their rails, and it got all in their gears and motor and everything, I guess, and they must have used a bunch too. But anyway, well, here, Bill, now that you're here on this, I can show you. All right, bud, look, since March, that's how much I've used that corner of that pencil. That's it. Steve's DC. Yeah, man, I was running this whole track on a Bachmann power pack from a Yard Boss Bachmann train set with only a few decent power drops and some that were soldered improperly by me. All were homemade by me, so some might have worked, some not. But I'm telling you, I like this stuff. And let me explain to you what I like about it. I am in a shed in the woods in South Mississippi. My track gets dirty, or would. I haven't cleaned my track since I started using the graphite. We're talking about pushing 3-4 months here. Well, we're 3 months plus. Now, I've done track work in several places, so when that happens, I've got to clean that area, that I had glue and all that stuff in, and then I reapply a little bit more. But other than that, I have not cleaned my loco wheels or my track at all. Now, again, I don't add the stuff. Well, once the initial applications, I haven't added it anywhere unless there was track work. I haven't had to add any more anywhere at any time. Um, I just wonder if because it serves as a conductor and I run my trains a lot too. And so I think maybe with that light graphite conductor, um, with that light conductor, I'm wondering if it's burning all that stuff off. Still working on the layout. Yeah, hot and humid sounds like good proof that. Oh yeah, bro. And look, um, I have 10-degree temperature fluctuations all the time in here. Now, I mean, I'm talking about over the course of 6, 7 hours, but the temperature can go change 20 degrees here like it can for y'all. But yeah, I'm in an extremely humid area, subtropical almost, seems like, but particularly right now. And so, yeah, I'm just waiting for the day when my loco locks up, and Steve called me and says his did too. And I don't know that that's going to happen. I've had to go into the units, the locomotives themselves, for wheel gauge issues and things like that, and I'm not seeing any evidence of any issues at all. I don't even know how it really is. Like I said, as light as I'm using it. And one of the things that saved me is because of my grades and my being cheap and not wanting to buy too many locos, and my newbiness wanting to run the longest train I can up these grades with the smallest amount of locos I have. I used the graphite extremely sparingly because I didn't want it to serve as a lubricant at all. I didn't want my wheels to start slipping. And that was probably my saving grace. Because, I went into ballasting the second time promising myself I wouldn't use too much. And I was slopping it on there. In 20 minutes, I was slopping it on there. So, all right, Steve, thank you. Now, Bill, are you running trains at all yet? Um, right now, or are you down? And it could be that if you have a layout room like Ron, Ron's Trains and Things, it looks like he's inside, or if it's a basement, that's a finished basement. And I mean, it could be if you don't have extreme grades and you don't have a bunch of crazy stuff going on and you're in a nice controlled environment, that you might not need to use graphite. But and I don't know that I would need it as bad as I did before as my track work's improving. But again, if for nothing else, the fact that it's keeping me from having to clean my track. Like, I forgot what it was like to clean a track. I'm not joking. I ran out of Goo Gone. That was unheard of prior to this. My wife actually came out and asked for some Goo Gone the other day. I was like, I don't even know where it is. I hadn't had any in so long. And I mean, that was kind of weird because I used to have that out twice a week, to deal with trains starting and stopping and stuff. So, Heavy, I don't know where you came into this or not. I just want to make sure you didn't check out. We're talking about a very, very, very little amount. And we're talking about not powdered graphite. We're talking about the hard graphite pencils from Michaels, and extremely sparingly so as to not serve as a lubricant. But man, if you get it, the more you get on there prior to it serving as a lubricant, it works good. I mean, it's a conductor. It certainly improves electrical pickup, and it certainly improves the need to, or lack thereof, to clean the track or your locomotive wheels for that matter. Now, I do want to throw in there though, I run trains a lot. I mean, I'd probably say an hour a day on average is my locomotives would run. There are days that they don't run, but there are days they run more than that. So, got something. Down to, oh, you have a derail. Well, Bill, are you saying you're having a derail problem? If you are, you need to take a video of it. Or if you have you and I missed it, I don't know if I've got you set on upload alerts. I need to check. Um, oh yeah. Well, you don't need much goo gone, and it leaves a residue. No, I heard that stuff's awesome. Yeah, yeah. Now, there are alternate methods to what we're getting at, I think. Um, but what I did with Goo Gone, man, is I would use the Goo Gone where the glue was, and then I would go over that with alcohol a little bit, trying to, get as much of that residue as I could. And then I make sure and go over and dry that. And then I hit it with the graphite pencil real light, real light. So, about it. That's all I've been doing, and it's been working somewhat for me. Now, I don't know if it's causing, I don't see how it'd be causing any of my derailment, but this is turning out good so far. I went ahead, I've got the 11-inch in. I ended up using 4 pieces, and I'm gonna come to here. I'm gonna start flex here, and I used 3 pieces or 2 of 11-inch here to get around the curve. And the thing is, in order for me to get straight on these perfectly straight, where I'm not laying the flex in a curve at all, I'd have to cut one of the other pieces, which defeats the purpose. So, I mean, if I got to cut a piece, I might as well. That's defeats the purpose. What I am going to make sure that I do, though, is I don't want my flex joining between here and here on this little S. And so I'm going to do whatever is necessary to ensure that the flex is not joining between this area and this area, even if I need to add a sectional straight piece or whatever, a re-railer into one of them, one side, or whatever I need to do. I'm not going to have that joint in there. Thought about that kind of, really glad I thought about that, because that'll work a lot better without having a joint there in that S, which I don't know, conflicted. One of the things that I've thought about, and before I go, is the corners are too. Oh yeah, I can't help with all that. The thing I could do is maybe I couldn't do nothing for that. Well, I lost my train of thought. Bill's got a locomotive so that's a 6-axle, right? Or is it even bigger than that? Oh well, no. I'm sorry, 484. 6-axle. I didn't. I was just reading Cato Union Pacific. Yeah, that's a big one. I ran an 060 around this layout a few times. Okay, one of the things I'm thinking about is this is 100% a whole lot more level in regard to a constant decreasing grade and much smoother than it was. And don't think I haven't considered the fact that when my trains come down this now, they could be coming faster because we're going to have new track, straight track, good track, hopefully. I don't know that that's going to cause any problems, but oh, okay. Do y'all have any Mikados? Anybody? I know Shannon Tapia has some Mikados. I wish I could afford to buy one from him. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the rest of this video. I'm going to finish this up and connect it so I can get trains running. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, Bachman. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Man, I love the Katos. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in. I'm going to lay this. I've got to solder the flex together. I got to figure out how much I need to solder, how I'm going to lay it. I got to lay it out. And I'm going to solder what I need to solder. And I've got some homemade terminal rail joiners that I'm going to use between them. And I'm going to finish shooting this video, and hopefully I'm going to have trains running by tomorrow's live stream. I hope for that, and I just want to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all being here. We're coming up on half an hour. I did the preview before that, and I am ready to get to work, and I don't know that anybody wants to watch me in regular speed working on this. I am going to film it. I'm going to do it in fast speed. I want to thank Dave, Heavy J. PBR stepped in on the premiere. Thanks to him for that. I want to thank Bill and it's Dave, Steve, Bill, Heavy J. Dave, Steve, Bill, Heavy J. Who else am I missing? I'm forgetting somebody. PBR stepped in. That might have been off. Type for Europe, yeah. All right, Dave. Look for that email coming. Thanks, y'all, for stopping in. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 10:30.